This is an excellent warm-up that you can do before any workout routine. First, you're going to do the back opener by lying flat on the ground and pulling one leg over while keeping both shoulders on the ground. Make sure that top leg is at a right angle and that you're pulling it across your body whilst keeping the opposite shoulder on the ground. You're just going to hold this for a couple seconds because we're just doing a dynamic warm-up. We're not holding and doing static stretching for too long. Next, we're going to move into cat-cow, and this is where you're going to be on your hands and knees. Make sure your shoulders are stacked above your wrists and your hips are stacked above your knees. And you look down in between your hands and knees. It's going to be about in a nice square. And you're going to round your back and drop your head. Take an exhale and then inhale and drop your back. Arch your back, look upward, and just slowly move through that motion up and down, maybe 3 or 4 times, just opening up the spine. Should feel really good. Next, we're going to move into upward dog to downward dog progression. So the first one being a downward dog, and then you're going to slowly drop your hips. You can even drop your whole leg down on the ground like I just did, or you can just stay up in the flexed foot position. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Make sure when you go back into your downward dog that you're pressing your heels towards the ground, that you are pushing your butt upward in that, so your body stays in a V position. So you see how my butt is up, that I'm not rounding my back. I'm really pushing my hips back and dropping my head, dropping my heels down. And then I'm contracting the spine when I come into upward dog. This is a child's pose just for a couple seconds. And then we're going to move into 90-90. You're going to have your hips or your feet wider than your hips so that your legs can drop into that 90-degree angle on both sides. This way you're getting internal rotation and external rotation on each side as you slowly move through. Now, some people find this hard to do with their hands up like I have them here. So what you can do to make them easier until you get stronger is to put your hands behind you, lean back a little bit, and really try to just move the legs here. Keep the torso nice and still and move from the hips. Next, we're going to move into the Great American Stretch. So I love this one. We're going to start in the plank position, and you're going to rotate, bring one leg forward and rotate the right arm over the right leg. So if you've got the left leg forward, the left arm goes up. And what this is doing is giving you great thoracic rotation of the spine. So you're just opening up, once again, opening up the spine. This is also opening up the hips. So take your time, hold these for a couple seconds. We're not rushing through this, but we just want to get the body moving. This is a great way to do it. You're really hitting so many muscles and joints by doing the Great American Stretch. And next, we are going to move into the Cossack lunge. So I want you to have your legs nice and wide, and we're just basically going to side lunge, but I want you to push your hips back. And as you push one hip back, you're going to let one leg go straight. And I want you to try to drop your butt down as much as you can. The more you do this, the more flexible you're going to be. This is a fantastic hip and inner thigh opener. And next, we're going to go into the pigeon pose. So this one can be challenging in the position that I'm in right now. You're going to bring that one leg forward into Indian style position and see how I'm going in and out of this. This makes it a more dynamic stretch rather than just holding it. We want to do some little tiny push-ups. I'm going to modify on my right leg so that you can see how you can make this easier. So the higher of a surface, you can be on a bench, you can be on a step, you can be as high as a table to stretch the piriformis here in the pigeon pose with a little push-up here. So I like the push-up because it helps you to move through the movement, really getting good movement through the piriformis, which is that muscle on the right, or on the outside of the leg, on the outer hip. Next, we're going to go into Y, T's, and W's. So we're in the Y position. This is basically laying flat with your face down, looking down at the ground. T position with your arms, and then the W, you're going to bring the arms behind you. So it looks like you're making a Y with your arms first, then a T, and then a W. Keeping your feet on the ground, we're really just trying to get some spinal extension here, really opening up the back and really feeling those back muscles starting to work. Next one is going to be squat to hamstring stretch. So you're going to dip down into the squat, and then you're going to go immediately drop your hands down and your head down to the ground and stretch the back of the legs, the hamstring. So I'm doing this a couple different ways because not everyone's going to be able to get as low as I can. So maybe try it right here, just above parallel, and then go directly into your hamstring stretch. Whatever feels easiest to you, but you also want to challenge yourself as well to try to dip into having a better mobility and range of motion. So don't push it too hard, and that's the warm-up.